welcome Greg to the call. I have to tell you, Greg.
You're not very good at keeping time with the clapping, by the way.
What do you mean?
Well, you're clapping along with the music, but it was like so off.
I've been going down the Chilliwack greatest hits.
Have you?
Like for the past 2 weeks.
They've got a few songs.
They've got a few songs. A few hit songs.
A few hit songs.
Yeah. A few,
more than a few.
As the kids would say, they've got a few bangers.
Yeah.
That's what the kids.
Is that what the kids say?
That's the kids are saying that.
Really? Look at you. Look at you. So welcome to a special edition.
A special edition of Welcome to the Music. This is the Canada's Rock of Fame edition. Brought to you by our friends at 40 Creek. Unofficially.
That's true. I was thinking you were making that up, but then yeah, you're right. I mean, the VIP pre-party.
Yes,
that we had the pleasure of attending, and the seats were courtesy of 40 Creek, which, in full disclosure, is my employer.
Yeah.
In the interest of full disclosure, but I was. And upstairs, they were pouring some 40 Creek cocktails, which were tasty.
Yeah.
A lot of people drinking those. A little celebration of cherry wood. I grab the bottle here.
Wait, hold on. They sponsor your lifestyle. They don't sponsor this pod. Just you don't need to. That's overkill.
No, but that's fine. That's fine. We are very thankful to 40 Creek for inviting us.
Yes.
To the Rock of Fame because they were one of the sponsors. So yeah.
It was fantastic. It was great. So I guess we're beginning the podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going.
Let's do this.
So yeah, it was. What a night! What a night! It's funny because the ticket showed something like 6 to 7:30, but it was 4+ hours of jam-packed music, tributes, acceptance speeches. It was just, I don't know. I thought it was insane.
Interviews, yeah, and it was. What was one of the interesting things was the week prior, you and I were on the red carpet and also were in attendance to watch the Much Music documentary, 299 Queen Street West.
Yep.
And we had an opportunity to meet a bunch of musicians and Much Music VJs.
Mm-hmm.
And at this show, the Canada's Rock of Fame, again, Much Music DJs, and some of the ones that were not in attendance the week prior.
Absolutely.
So that was cool, and I think the one of our favorites from CFNY showed up as well with his long.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't just the VJs, and that was amazing seeing Erica and Michael and a bunch of people. Chris Ward was there.
Yeah,
but also the on-air radio jockeys that were there, and like David Marsden, who he inducted Rough Trade, which I think there is nobody,
of course,
better suited for so many reasons.
Yes,
so many reasons.
Yes,
to induct Rough Trade, and in his usual fashion, he went on a little long and and told great stories as Dave Marsden has always done.
Yeah. He was awesome. He was great. But what a night, what an evening it was. We could talk about being backstage at the pre-show party, but not everyone is there, and I don't say it for that reason. But I think anyone could have bought a ticket and attended the actual show.
Yeah.
And I think the show was like, I didn't know what to expect. Right? Like, you and I had seen the show being advertised when it first came out. I go, oh yeah, wow, a lot of great bands. But I was like, we won't go to that. But then
we won't go to that. We talked about it, just never did. What I mean? Like
yeah.
Never pulled the trigger.
But when the tickets became available, it was like, yeah, we'll go. And I'm telling you, I'm glad I went. And I don't know how many times I said thank you to you. From the intermission all the way till the end, I just had a huge smile. Now, let's talk about, let's just rhyme off all the bands that they honored. And in no particular order. Trooper, April Wine, Glass Tiger, Lighthouse, Max Webster, Chilliwack, Lee Aaron, Loverboy. Did I say Parachute Club?
Nope.
Parachute Club, Prism, Rough Trade. You mentioned them.
Platinum Blonde,
Michelle Pagliaro. And now the bands played. The majority of bands played. Every single band had a performance. And they didn't play a bunch of songs. They played one of their hits.
Yeah.
And even when they played one of their hits, like I said off the top, Chilliwack, I had a massive smile on my face when they performed Fly at Night. Just to hear that voice. And now again, these guys are old enough to be our dads, I think. And my dad, at least. Your dad, maybe. But they're not youngsters anymore.
No.
Right? And this is the music that I grew up with, listening to, for the most part. If it wasn't on CFTR 680 back when they used to play music in Toronto, it was Q107.
Yeah.
And it was like, I know all of these songs. Like Chilliwack, I've heard of the band. But when the song came on, I go, what? You seem much closer, yeah. Feels to me, yeah. Feels to me. I was one of those kids growing up. I didn't know the name of the song. I didn't know the name of the band. When the song would come on, I would know the song. I was one of those people. And just to hear, like, every single song that was played, I knew.
Yeah.
Going into it, I thought, never heard of Prism. I've never heard of Rough Trade. I've never heard of Michelle Pagliaro. I've heard of Trooper. I don't know if I know it. But every single song that was played, I said, I know these songs. And it was just amazing for a kid.
This is why you host a music podcast, because you have no idea the bands and the music.
No clue.
Well, you know the music, you just don't know the bands.
I know the music. I've heard of most of the bands. Yeah. No way I would have known all of the songs, but and just and also I've have courtesy of Greg Tilston's collection. I've also been listening to like April Wine. You can't see that in the camera, but April Wine greatest hits I've been playing around with as well.
Yeah. So here's a question for you.
Canadian
here's a question for you.
Yes.
What was your favorite performance of the night?
Chilliwack.
Chilliwack was?
Chilliwack was great because that's like classic rock. Like for me, just their songs, it was like, whoa. And he wasn't struck. He knew he couldn't hit the high notes. So he brought it down, and that's fine. His guitar playing was amazing, and the song was an amazing song. Just a classic rock song. They don't make music like that anymore. And it was because I never saw them live, not even, I think, when they used to play New Year's Eve shows. I never saw Platinum Blonde play before. And to witness them perform was amazing.
I saw Platinum Blonde play at, I think I was telling Erica this before at the pre-party or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was. I saw Platinum Blonde play at Speedorama. I would have been like, I don't know, 15 or whatever at the time.
Speedorama. What is Speedorama?
Yeah. So Speedorama used to be this like Q107 cars and rock.
Oh wow!
Fest kind of thing down at the CNE, and they had local bands playing over at Queen Elizabeth Theatre. And so me and all my buds walked over to that. We were probably like 14 or whatever at the time. Wow. And we went over because it included to go see these bands.
Yeah.
And, we were probably one of a few dozen people sitting there in the Queen Elizabeth Theatre, and this Police cover band come out and start playing away. And it was Platinum Blonde. They also played some of their own songs. And it was right before the album was about to be released. Like nobody.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was and then again, saw them many times since, and knew the guys through the music scene back in the day. But I have to tell you, my favorite performance.
I know.
Thanks for asking.
I was going to ask you next.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
I think I can guess who your favorite performance was.
I think you can.
And it's not just and it has more to do as much to do with
oh my god,
who the performance was by.
Yes.
But yeah, go ahead.
My favorite performance of the night, and I'm going to cut in the video for here, was Max Webster's Battle Scar. Now, first of all, Battle Scar was a song written by Max Webster and Rush. So there are two vocals to it. There's Kim Mitchell's vocal, and then there's Geddy's vocals. And so Kim Mitchell's vocals were done by one of my favorite musicians, and I can do this because I don't have Blur on. Where is it? Come on, Greg. You just had it out the other day. Anyway.
This is where a commercial will insert.
Yeah, I know this. Yeah. This commercial. Is where I cut in the video. Gordy Johnson, Big Sugar. So he played the main part, or the Kim Mitchell's part for it.
Yeah.
And then some kid that we saw earlier in the night.
Yes.
And we were just like, who the hell is this kid? Came out to sing Geddy's lines. And that was Charlie Edward. And oh my God, the playoff between Gordy and Charlie
was amazing.
Doing one of my favorite all-time songs, rock songs, Battle Scar. It was just, my mind was blown. I was just like, I don't know.
That was great. I think he also did Prism, Spaceship
That's what I'm saying. He did
Superstar.
Prism, Spaceship Superstar, and that was like I had to go find a video of that to show Kel because it was just like, oh my god, this kid just nailed
Yeah,
it.
you and I were
Just
like, I looked at you. I
absolutely.
figured Greg probably knows who this kid is. Greg, who is this guy? I don't know. He's damn good.
Nope. I was blown away. I want this. And he's done a lot of studio stuff and played with a lot of bands and stuff. So it's not like he's some unknown kid,
Oh yeah,
but
people know. Yeah,
he's not known to the average Joe, right?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
sure.
he's accomplished. And I guess I was reading, I think that he's just wanting to go out on his own now. And this is the sort of the start of
Yeah,
him. And oh my God, if that was any indication,
this kid has got it.
this kid's gonna rock it. Yeah.
This kid has got it. Um, some of the bands that played their own stuff. Glass Tiger performed in the second intermission. They played "Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone." When I'm gone.
Yep.
Lighthouse. Lighthouse,
Yep.
again, one of those bands. I go,
Yeah.
I've heard of them. You knew that there was like 364 members.
I think I said 72, and I believe, and I was joking when I said 72, but I think when they said it, I was off by like two or
Yeah,
like
you
two
were
or three.
close.
Like, and again, I was just saying that number for shits and giggles,
Yeah,
and yeah,
but I knew their song. They, I think 3 or 4 members of their band came on with the backing band to perform.
yeah.
Parachute Club performed with a guest chorus, a guest choir.
They closed the night.
They closed the night. Great song, Rise Up. Great song to end off with. Of course, Chilliwack.
Particularly about
Yep.
particularly with everything that's going on in the world, and that came through a number of times during the night.
Yeah.
Just how poignant these songs from 30, 40, 50 years ago, like Lighthouse and like Parachute Club,
still relevant,
are as relevant today,
yeah,
if not more. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Rough Trade, High School Confidential.
Yeah, exactly.
Classic song. Chilliwack, of course. Lee Aaron performed as
Lee
well.
Aaron performed with Fifi Dobson.
Dobson.
That
oh my
performance
goodness.
was amazing. The way that Fifi came out first and started singing, right?
And that would have been great if it was just her. I was
totally.
I was fine with that. Yeah.
And then Lee comes out. What I really liked about Lee was a good friend of the show, Erica M's induction speech about Lee, and just about the position that women were put in back in the late 70s, 80s.
Yep.
I loved Erica talked about playing the game and I'm paraphrasing, but it was like playing the game and then flipping the script.
Yeah.
And I thought that was amazing. And we need more.
Absolutely.
To this day, we still need more stories like that for strong, powerful women.
Loverboy performed. And a lot of these people are still on the road. They're performing, Michelle performed. He, like, people who don't know him, check him out. Quebec singer, put out English music as well. And again, I knew his songs.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable. Platinum
Yeah.
Blonde also performed as well. And then, the rest had um, uh, other bands perform for them, right? We already
Yeah.
talked about Prism and Max Webster.
Mm-hmm.
But also, who else was it? April Wine. April Wine were former guests of the show.
Yes.
Name escapes me right now. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Crownlands.
Crownlands, thank you. They performed. Uh,
And
Fantastic song.
they nailed that. Like
Nailed it.
like could have been a lady. It was just like
Perfect song for them to sing.
Oh, in fact, when I knew we knew we were confident they were playing because of the pre-party. They were upstairs.
Yes.
I expected them to do Prism Spaceship Superstar. So then when Charlie Edward comes out and does Prism Spaceship Superstar,
yeah,
I'm like, whoa, okay, what are they? And then they come out and do April Wine. I thought, all right, that's because they could have easily pulled off Prism too, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. And Trooper kicked off the night, I believe, and I'm going to guess the wrong band. I want to say the Sadies, but it wasn't the Sadies. Who do you remember? Do you recall, Greg? Who? You do.
It's Trues.
The Trues. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just one letter off. If you told me T, I would have said the Trues.
No, the only I laugh because our former backup singer Maureen Leeson, her sister Sharon, is I think the biggest Trues fan.
Okay.
And so she shared the video and she goes, okay, I've seen what I need to see. I sort of the way I felt with Gordy, right?
Yeah. You were happy seeing that.
Loved the whole thing, but I'm like, okay, if that was it, if it was just that one performance, I'm good. And so yeah, it was the same way with the Trues.
A fantastic show. We had an opportunity to speak with Gordy. You're not a going up to famous musicians and rock stars and saying hi. I'm Greg. I know every single note and song and word to all of your songs type of guy. And I'll be honest with you.
My wife
okay.
is my wife.
Yeah.
Based on that statement, because we talked about it.
Yeah.
Thinks you're not Canadian. But go ahead.
Because I went and spoke with him?
No, she just said, but like the reason rock stars and movie stars and people love coming to Canada is because nobody bugs them. Like it's not like this.
Okay, wait. So hold on. They're in a room of other people. They're not walking the street. Now, it's one thing. You walk the street and you go, oh, there's so and so.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you're in a room with them.
Yeah.
And you're walking by them, you just stop and say, hey, Gordy, my name's Karim. Love your music. Oh, hey, are you performing today? You are? Fantastic. Looking forward to the show. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I'm not going up to him at the bar and asking him for his autograph.
If I am part of, or I'm invited into, or I'm included in part of a conversation because of friends.
Oh, sorry. You're saying I should have brought you up with me. So you're saying I should have said
why? Because you're all of a sudden BFF with Gordy. You should have gone.
Gordy,
hey, by the way,
I need to introduce you to my buddy, Greg.
Exactly. I'm just telling you. My wife says you're not Canadian. She said that. She's like, it's funny because you talk about even being on the street. And I remember one story was we had just taken the kids to, I believe it wasn't SARS stock, but it was the one where they did the simulcast between Rogers Center.
Live 8? Was it Live 8? No,
it was for SARS.
Okay,
but it wasn't SARS stock. It was like there was the Rock show was at Skydome, which was at the time, I think it was called that time. And then the like Sarah McLachlan, I believe, and Avril kind of thing would be at ACC, and they were going back and forth. So it'd be one set, next set, and then you saw your set live, and then when it cut over and our set was getting like Our Lady Peace were leaving the stage, then it would cut over and it would be whoever from
the other stadium,
ACC, and then back and forth. And so, the kids were really young at the time. Like Kaylee was really young. And I remember we were walking back from Withrow Park with the walking Manitou, back when we had Manitou, our dog. And Kaylee and I and Manitou were walking back from the park. And in front of us was Gord Downey with his son, on his shoulders kind of thing, right? And we said to Kaylee, that's the guy you just saw the other day. Remember seeing Tragically Hip? That's the lead singer. And she started talking out loud, like, he's from the Hip, he's from the Tragically Hip. And and he looked back and we're like, sorry. And he just waved and carried on kind of thing. Like, we don't want to bug you. You're out on a weekend with your kid.
That is awesome. Great show.
Yes.
Great music. Classic rock lives. Just fantastic.
Yeah. It was a once in a lifetime experience, and I have to thank David Allard, Nicole Moretti at 40 Creek.
Yeah.
Gotta get that pitch back in there. No, but seriously, we need to thank them for inviting us along.
Go to 40creek.ca and order your...
Jesus Christ.
It's not 40creek. I don't know. 40 Creek Whiskey .net. .com. 40creekwhiskey.com. 40creekwhiskey.com /Canada/Scarborough.
And you'll end up in a 404. But yeah, sure, go ahead. Give it a go.
Give it a
go.
Order your whiskey.
Your Cherrywood. Your Cherrywood Reserve. The limited edition Cherrywood Reserve.
It's on sale right now.
There you go. Your mic just went out. That probably means we're out of time. This has been another edition of Welcome to the Music with Greg and Karim. Welcome to the music.com is where you can find all of our episodes. You can download us on Spotify, on Apple, almost anywhere you get your podcasts from. And we're also on YouTube. Check us out. Welcome to the music.com. Bye.
Bye.
Tightrope, this tightrope's got the bird.